Hi, welcome to the IntoBridge Daily Celebrity Challenge with James Holzhauer from the National in Las Vegas. And okay, so we're third seats, white on white, with if not so great hand. Now you see the spade suit and you think to yourself, I would like to obstruct the opponents. I really want a spade lead partner gets in. Against that, what bidding one spade with his hand is kind of outrageous. Partner's going to expect more from you than this. Bidding two spades, if my hearts were a different suit, I would be inclined to bid two spades to shut the hearts out. But the fact that you have four of them indicates the opponents won't have a big fit. And, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility that you got a heart fit with partner that could do something. So all in all, I'm inclined to just pass here. Okay. And no, we are definitely passing. All right. Well, we really wish we could have gotten partner off to a spade lead here. That is too bad. I don't know what discards Leah plays. If we had the ability to communicate with our partner better, we would like to somehow indicate to them, hey, spades is where our future lies. But as it is, useful to not discard all of your clubs here because there's a chance that the opponents will be put up to a guess of some kind. Okay, so, well, we would have had no entry to run the spades, even if partner had led one. The actual diamond choice was a little unfortunate, but nothing we can do. That's okay. Here we have a hand that's perhaps your old bridge textbooks tell you not to open, but we have 11. We have some good shape, and we have a couple aces and a working queen with fits. So second seed vulnerable, you want to kind of tighten up your ranges, but this for me is an opener. A bit one spade here, show a nice unbalanced hand. Okay, partner gives us two diamonds. Artificial fourth suit forcing, and our priority here is just to show that we got a stopper in diamonds. Very nice one, in fact, under the circumstances. Partner bids three spades. So partner is theoretically an unlimited hand, but you look at us, we have a minimum opener. We have four of the worst spades imaginable. And I think that we're inclined to we're in a game four, so we can't bid less than four spades. We have one of the worst hands we can imagine for this situation. All right. So let's take a look here. All right. Well, we have, assuming a 3-2 chump break, we have a couple losers in spades. We have a loser in diamonds. We have a potential loser in clubs. So we have some work to do for sure. So in a vacuum, what we might like to do with this hand is pull exactly 2 rounds of trumps. And the way we might consider doing that is playing a low spade or maybe a spade up to the jack, just in case lefty has both king and queen and doesn't split. And then draw a second round of trumps. And then they have one trump winner left to take when they want. But we're not playing in a vacuum here. We have a risk that the opponents will just set up a bunch of winners right away if we don't stop them from doing it. So what can we do to stop them? Well, we can play 3 rounds of hearts right away, and if they break 3-4-3, we can pitch our diamond loser on that. And this sets up the danger of a ruff in hearts, but we could possibly neutralize that on a 3-2 break. We could neutralize it by playing ace and a trump. However, that allows them to pull a third round of trumps. So this is interesting. We can't do everything we want to do here, and the question is, what's the most important thing? Let's see. So if the club finesse is on, we can afford to lose 2 spades and a diamond, but we don't. The thing is, we can't know that it's on. If we take the club finesse and it loses, they're going to cash a diamond, and we are down unless we have a very lucky lie up a trump suit. Yeah, this is a tough problem hand. Finesse is a 50-50 play. A 4-3 break in hearts is closer to 60%. But again, there's a danger here. This could set up a roughing trick for them. And, well, it's, slightly more likely that the hand that's short in hearts will be long in spades. We can't know that. Yeah, so if we do pursue this line of trying to pitch 2 diamonds, we need to have 2 trumps in our hand to ruff both a heart and a diamond. So we can't even really hold the trumps. We might not even be able to finesse the club. We have, well, we could do it, but it entails some risk. Let's see. What if we play the ace of diamonds here, if we win 3 rounds of hearts, pitching 2 diamonds, and then take the club finesse immediately? That might be the way to go. We can maybe combine our chances here. Okay. And I think that's what I want to do. And, it's good to, even though probably all roads start with us winning the ace of diamonds here, it's good to kind of play this out in your head. Oh, we have another line to consider too. So the queen of diamonds popped on our right, and it's quite possible this is from king queen. And if it is from king queen, now we don't need the club finesse. We can just lead a diamond up to the jack and pitch our club loser on the 3rd diamond. Let's see. So Leah, I believe, leads 3rd and low. Stefan is right here, and I should probably have asked him. Let's if Leah's leading 3rd and low, then this is not going to be a lead from 10-9-8. It could be high from a doubleton, but that doesn't necessarily help us. So either it is shortness or the king is on our left. So I don't think I like this plan after further reflection. Okay, I think we're back onto the playing 3 rounds of hearts. So I was saying, even though all roads start with us winning the ace of diamonds, we want to have a plan before you play the trick one. It's good to have a plan. You might need to adjust the plan as you go, but it is good to have a thought of what you want to do. Okay. So what we really like to do is draw exactly 2 rounds of trumps and then take the club finesse, but we are rather stuck for ability to do that right now. And I think given that we have an entry here, the practical thing to do is just to take the finesse while we have the chance. Okay, well, this is working out beautifully. So now what? We could just start roughing, but we cannot safely rough the heart. It's going to get over roughed. If we play ace and a trump, we run the risk of an awful trump break where they just draw our trumps and take a whole bunch of tricks. If we play a low trump from both hands here, we run the risk of a heart getting over roughed on our left, and maybe they generate a trick where they didn't have one before. And again, we don't want 3 rounds of trumps to be drawn. We want 2 rounds of trumps to be drawn. So I think what that means on balance is we want to lose this round and win the next one. Okay, so they have the heart here. And now the question is, should we rough? I think we have to, because if the trumps are 3 on our left, 2 on our right, they're just using up one of their natural tricks here to take our trick. And we'll hope that's the case. The king of diamonds was on our left, as perhaps we suspected. Okay, and now we can just play trump to the ace. The trumps do not break, but we have 3 winners left. We take our hearts. And an ace of clubs and the 2 trumps. Okay, and this actually did get this brutal trump break, but we were able to neutralize it by careful play. So this was a tough hand. Lots of things to consider here. They took our best chances and it worked out. Okay, here we have a normal 1 heart opener. Double on our right. Okay, so we have some options here. I don't know do we know what Leah is doing here? I don't know if I have the mouse over capability. If I hit the button once, it will it will make the bid for me. You could redouble would show a strong hand here, and bidding some number of hearts would also show better than a minimum hand, and extra length here, but we don't really want to penalize them in anything. So I'm not sure I see the point of redoubling. And if you bid 3 hearts with this kind of hand, your partner is entitled to look at like Queen Doubleton of Hearts and think, okay, maybe a more realistic example. If we had the Ace Queen Jack, a partner had the King of Hearts, and you rebid 3 hearts here, he's like, oh, well, I have a sure trick for partner. I'll put him in 4, and he's entitled to do that. You would want to have a better hand than that for this kind of action. So we might have lost connection there, but I was saying we don't want to rebid 3 hearts with this hand. That's too much. We don't really want to redouble because we don't want to penalize the opponents with this kind of hand. They're going to bid 2 of some minor. We're not looking to penalize 2 of a minor, especially if your partner passed us out. So 2 hearts is just the practical bid here, and we bought it. Okay, so we get the 5 of spades lead. This looks very much like a singleton, but there's not a ton we can do about that. Well, let's see what we can really do here. Let's play that. Oh, okay. This is interesting. So I suppose 5-2 doubleton is a possibility here. All right. So what we'd really like to do is lead the first round of trumps from dummy, but we don't. This is a luxury we can't really afford here. And also, we should expect the trumps to be likely laying to our left. On this auction, it's normal for East to have probably a doubleton heart here or something. So you see this suit combination. Ordinarily, you would want to play for queen third on your right by taking a first round finesse, but here you don't have a great entry to dummy. You don't expect there to be 3 or more trumps on your right, and if you have something like 10 doubleton on your right, you might be able to neutralize the 10 doubleton by playing the ace and king and then drawing the rest of the trumps with the jack and 9 once the queen is gone. Plus, you're running the risk of, if you try to get to dummy here, you're just asking them to rough a spade. So I think we want to play the trumps from the top here. Our best shots. We're hoping to see the 10 on our right, but even if we see it, they might be able to order it as a rough anyway, okay? Could try a sneaky 8 here. I doubt Leo will fall for it. Okay. All right, they do get their spade rough, unsurprisingly. Okay, so we're looking at this this club suit here. That the way we make this contract is by correctly guessing where the ace and queen of clubs are, and we don't have to do it now. We can get some clues. Maybe. I mean, there's no harm that can be done here by running a couple of hearts and seeing what happens. And if they pitch some new leading cards, it might help us. Okay. So that they haven't helped us really. Let's try to assess the high card situation. Maybe we should have ducked a round of diamonds here. Actually, that would have been perhaps clever. Although we could, yeah. If we ducked a round of diamonds, we might have learned something more about where the high cards lay. But so righty doubled us, and they have shown the ace of spades. They played the 10 of diamonds, which is an interesting card. It would seem like it's from the Queen Jack 10 combination, something like that. It feels quite unlikely that they don't have the ace of clubs for their double, but is it possible? There's also the consideration. There's a winning spade in dummy. If the left-hand opponent ducks the ace here, they're giving us an extra trick, and I believe this is a match points event, even though it says imp score on the left. That's a risky play. These king jack guesses are never easy though. There's no magic secret to them. Okay. All right, solved for us. This is a valuable thing for by keeping this this jack of spades in dummy. And maybe we should have kept 2 spades there actually, and run one less round of trumps. But we presented a threat that if they don't take their ace, they have extra risk involved. Right, he did have a pretty a somewhat light takeout double, but in balancing suit, vulnerable. It pays not to let the opponents buy it too cheaply. Okay, so we have an interesting hand here. So if partner has four spades, it's possible that we want to play a game in spades. Against that, look at our terrible spades and our beefy looking hearts, and it looks to me like even if partner has four spades, it's possible that a game at hearts might be a better contract. Is that reasonable? Let me think. So let's say partner has like queen 10, fourth of spades. That would be a problem in a four-heart contract because they can have a third round rough. King 10, fourth of spades. So it would be unlikely they could rough something immediately and get the entries to pull that off. Yeah, I'm trying to think if we know our robot plays delayed Texas too. So in a regular partnership, you might agree. You bid Stamen here, and partner shows no majors with two diamonds. You bid four diamonds now, telling them, okay, I had six hearts and four spades, and now we want to play four hearts now that we don't have a fit there. Yeah, it's an interesting decision. I think that's leaning towards just playing a hard contract. Bid four diamonds to transfer. Okay. Well, this lead looks an awful lot like a singleton, which is unfortunate for us, but we'll see. Maybe they won't figure it out. Anyway, there's no reason to go up with the king here. All right, well, if it was a singleton, they didn't find it. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on here. So we're this is interesting because the problem may not be immediately apparent here, but we are in a situation where we might have a bunch of winning clubs and no way to get to them. So let's think about how this might play out. We play one of our winning spades here. We attempt to draw trumps. They win and play another spade. And now if we finish drawing the trumps, we will at some point have winning clubs in dummy and no way to reach them. So the question is, what can we do about that? So we have options. We were worried about a club rough, but we could play the clubs ourselves. That's one option. We could try. It's a nasty switch here. Okay, so let's play this out before. Well, okay. We're going to win this top spade in our hand, and then what do we want to play? Do we want them to... We don't... I think the thing we really want to avoid is them winning the second round of trumps. If they win one... Boy, it's a nasty hand. So we have another option here, which is to play a diamond right away, and that would establish a discard for one of our spades. Or actually, what it could do is establish a discard for the king of clubs, and then we can try running clubs from our hand and seeing if that works. So let's play out how this would go. We win a spade now. You know what? We're gonna win the spade anyway. So we'll start now. Okay, let's say we play the king of diamonds. They win. They play a spade back, taking out our entry. We play the queen of diamonds, discarding the king of clubs. We play the queen of clubs, intending to run it. And watching the cards carefully to see if this plan is gonna work any further. Or we can maybe take one round of trumps before we do that. That makes sense. One round of trumps before. If they play a spade, we'll rough and try to pitch the other spade on the queen of clubs. So we would lose a diamond, the club we've already lost, the trump ace if things go right. If we play a club here and hope it wins, they'll still probably, well, let's see. If they don't take their ace of diamonds now, they might lose it. This is an interesting wrinkle. But if they rough the club, we're just down. However, if we play a diamond and lose it here, they still have time to establish their club rough anyway. Or will they figure that out? Interesting. This is a lot of possibilities here. But I like the elegance of the diamond play here. So we'll try that. Okay. All right. And they were roughing in. So now we're in a spot, or are we? Let's play this out in our minds. We could play to rough both spades in our hand. This 9 of hearts is especially nasty, hard to rough with here. Let's see what happens here. If we over rough this, we rough a spade in our hand. If that gets over roughed, we're actually okay, I think. Let's see. Yes, we should be okay. And then we can try to cash the jack of clubs, which will presumably be roughed and over roughed. But let's look at our spots. We're missing the 7, the 5, the 2, and the ace. The ace, of course, will win whatever. If we play the jack of clubs and they rough with, say, the 5, we can over rough with the 6. We have 2 high trumps left in our hand. One with Leah. Well, anyway, we have to start this way. Let's see how it goes for now. Okay, this hand is out of spades, so that's interesting. Okay, well, we have to rough. Now, I suppose there's a question. Does it make sense for us to play a low club here instead of playing the jack? And I don't think that there is, because that could lead to a situation. I think we'll threaten to pull to pitch our spade here. Okay. All right, so we're still missing the 7, the 2, and the ace. Okay, and perfect. This worked out great. All right. Oh, great. I say. Let's see. There's no risk in playing a diamond, right? This hand is 5, 1, 4. Yeah, there's no risk in playing a diamond. They haven't pitched enough diamonds to harm us. Oops. All right. This was a tough hand, but we perhaps got a little lucky that they didn't find their 4 checks right at the top. With some ingenuity, we managed. Okay. All right, we have a normal 1 heart opener, but our suit's up the line. Okay, partner has shown us a natural game forcing jump shift. Well, this is interesting. We have a lot for partner. So let's see. If we bid 3 spades here, that would show our general strength, but it would kind of lie to partner about our spade stopper situation, which is very good. The ace queen of spades is not a particularly good combination to have under the spade bidder, so I don't know if we can count those tricks as really that great. And it sure doesn't look like partner has a good fit for our hearts. We do have a decent fit for them in diamonds. If we bid 3 diamonds here, partner's probably going to skip past 3 no trump with their next bid. And for playing match points, 3 no trump is obvious appeal there. Question is, will a partner with like a 22 count know that he needs to bid on? What is it even right to bid on? Let's see. So let's especially in these hands where you're like looking at a potential slam, you want to kind of build what type of hands partner could hold here. So let's think. You could have, say, ace jack, ace king jack 5th of diamonds, ace king 4th of clubs, ace of hearts, and that's it's about strong enough for the bidding. And there we're looking at 12 tricks. What else could he have there? Certainly a spade void seems like a big asset. It's not that great for us, but it's the kind of thing the partner would be encouraged to bid a lot with. Ace king 6th of diamonds and ace queen 4th of clubs. The finesse is probably on, given the bidding is on our left. Say a singleton spade and ace doubleton of hearts. That would be about right strength-wise for this bid, and we're also looking pretty good for 6 on that. So I think we do want to show partner our fit, but this is a tough decision because we not really sure. Okay, how does Leah ask for aces? Okay, so we've asked for aces, and partner has shown us 1 or 3 with a void, it seems. 1 or 3 with a void. Okay, so we're looking at the ace, king, ace. It sure looks like we need to stop in 6 diamonds and hope we're not already too high. Void is probably in spades on this auction, which is not great for us. Okay. All right, well, this is a very fortunate lead. I'll say that. And let's talk about what's going to happen here. Well, I think the first step is pretty easy. We're going to take the ace of spades and pitch our hearts because this finesse is almost certain to lose. And what are we hoping to gain by this? And let's talk about what happens after that. So in a perfect world, we would win the club finesse here, cash the ace, establish the clubs with a rough, and claim 13 tricks. We are playing match points. Is it worth taking a small risk? You know, if our right-hand opponent has king 4th of clubs, this is a very risky play.
$5. One pinch of.
So I think it. So we've taken the ace of spades, pitched away our heart loser, and now we need to consider our options. So we have some risks here. If we try to pull a couple rounds of trumps, we could end up in a situation where either we're in the wrong hand to take the club finesse, or if we play a low diamond to the ace and then another diamond back to the queen and the trumps don't break, now we could be in a situation where we can't rough high enough in dummy. We need to. So in situations like this, it helps to think like, hey, are we in a good contract? We're in a very good contract here. I think that, you know, the field is going to possibly struggle to reach the spot we're in. So let's talk about what can go wrong here. If the clubs break 4-1, we could get into a situation where, you know, if we take the first round club finesse, they just rough the club, we're down already. We could get into a situation where we need to rough clubs and dummy and we just can't. We could do a really weird looking. No, we can't do that. We have to, if we lead a club to the ace, we kind of have to play the clubs right away. So let's see, what could we do? We could, if we're foregoing the club finesse, we can consider pulling 1 round of trumps, and that would give us some kind of safety. We can't pull 2 rounds of trumps because then if the clubs break 4-1, we could get into a spot where they win the second club and punch us with a 3rd diamond. Now we're just dead again. What if we played 1 round of trumps, played the ace of clubs, and another club, and hope to survive? And then would it make sense for us to play the queen or a low one? I think the queen, because we don't want to end up in a situation where the let's see, if it's king 4th, we would want them to have to win the king, and then we can rough 1 round and there. So this is a lot to weigh in, and you know, there's a very good chance that the king of clubs is on our left, in which case, you know, we just possibly have all the match points if we can read the cards right. Losing my connection again. Are you serious? Okay. Yeah, this is tough. So, okay. What are the chances the king of clubs is on our left? Probably more than 50%, if anything. What are the chances that the clubs are 4-1? You know, I don't think that it's higher than usual in this situation. We'll play with the odds and try the club finesse. Now, let's see. Okay. So, do we want to be safe here? It's fairly inconceivable, I think, that Leah is holding up the king here. So let's take 1 round of trumps. We see the 9. The 9 is an important card here. So now we can win a second trump here. And the dummy. Okay, 2. All right, and a fairly simple 13 tricks as it turns out. But this, yeah, they did interlead the king of spades. I mean, doesn't gain us anything to a finesse anyway. But well, kind of crazy. Okay. Thanks for playing along. Hope you beat my score and enjoy IntoBridge. Take care.